What is going on? I'm Zedma. We're going to get back to a strictly warships related video. I think yesterday's video was pretty awesome though. Everything came out the way I was really hoping it would, and we had a little bit of bonus fun as I did some stupid things. So do go check that out up around in this neighborhood in the cards. Gonna throw that in there just for some extra details. Speaking of throwing it in there, we're gonna throw code ZEDMOT in the creator boost there. Cost you nothing, gives all sorts of warm and fuzzies, and makes your warship way more fun. Now, this season, more than any season, I have been absolutely shafted on the number of keys. As you can see there, 41 up there, 42 down there. Didn't help that Supercell accidentally gave 12 keys when they promised 14 just to make it a little bit more irritating. This account was very late. I have made this base up. It is just generic, terrible base. Do not copy it under any circumstances, but it's a thing. Anyways, we are going to do some Seeker hits. Now, as you can see by Seeker hits, either I do very well or I do terribly. Now, I am going to go unlock these yellow buses right here, which are going to help keep our Seekers alive. Now, quick note, I don't have heavies on this account. I did not unlock them. I also don't have shock launchers. I also don't have rocket launchers. This account is just super naked. But we've got all the troop health, most of the gunboat energy. No, not even that. So I don't even know where I spent most of my keys. This account is super behind my other one. My other one's still sitting in 23. I got to figure out what to do with it. But for now, gonna show you some live Seeker hits. Bullit is good, but Bullit is not the be-all, end-all. So this one looks fairly straightforward. Just going to go counterclockwise right to left, and in the process, we need to get Bullit somewhere, something decent. So probably should have smoke. Using Seekers without Bullit was painful. Bullit has added a little bit of spice to our lives, which is pretty nice. I'm going to get rid of that shock launcher back there. We're going to send Bullit off, hoping that we can send Bullit over into this neighborhood, trying to avoid the range of that grappler, and then we're just gonna kind of hang out here for a little bit. Bullit doing his long walk, hoping to keep him alive. Don't know why I just hit that taunt button. I should be clearing way more mines than I am, but we're going to just show you how healthy these Seekers are. They have a ton of health. It is insane how much health they actually have and how much damage they can put up with. So, need to get Bullit one more flare going there, trying to get him in range. And, I mean, look at our Seekers. They all have crazy amounts of health still. I have not been shocking nearly as much as I should have been, and they are still going incredibly strong. So this season, there is not a ton of building health, and our Seekers are doing amazing things. It is crazy just how well they are doing. As we send Bullit over, we're going to get one more taunt, and those Seekers should be able to finish off that final engine room, even though I was paying them basically zero attention. Crazy just how well Seekers are doing this season. So if you haven't tried them, it's worth a shot. Now, disclaimer here, I always downplay how much skill I have. I am decent with Seekers. That was an example of how not to use them, and we still won. So if you're on the fence, I would suggest not going and getting Seekers, but if you've played with them and you enjoy them and you have instant training, that's a key component, by the way. Without instant training, Seekers are painful. If you've got some extra tools for Seekers, such as I have both the troop health, extra gunboat energy, Bullit, yellow school buses, GBE, like there's so many tools for Seekers this season. I don't have all of them, but I got a bunch of them. And I'm really hoping I can push this account into Diamond late. I know it's really late Diamond, but just to get those extra rewards would be super awesome. Now, I think we're going to get a 5-engine room base here. 5-engine room bases just get absolutely crushed by Seekers. It is insane how... Oh, yes, finally. Love it. So now... I've spoken, I used my big mouth. We're gonna see just if I can back up what I was saying as far as Seekers being super duper awesome against this engine room level. We're gonna throw Bullit into there. We're gonna bring these Seekers over into there. There we go. Bullit getting all of the things taunted. And then hoping we can get one more taunt. There is one more taunt. We're going to throw a shock about there. Those Seekers are going to go up that right-hand wall. Those other Seekers over there are going to go up that left-hand wall. Should be able to absolutely crush all of the engine rooms. And by this point, we can just start throwing all of our gunboat energy back there because that shock launcher is not going to have a chance to fire. Boom, shakalaka, 5 engine rooms in 41 seconds. It's crazy how fast 5 engine, and then at one point 5 engine rooms were super difficult, and then you bring in Seekers and Bullit and you just cruise through them. This person's gonna have a pretty decent time. My base is not good. This is, every season I'm trying to have one offensive account and one defensive account, and my offensive account, like, this base layout is terrible. The only thing I've done is place those 2 mines right there in a place that is probably going to kill some Bombardiers. Everyone seems to leave them, and then these 2 Bombardiers right there are going to walk out onto those mines in about 3, 2, 1. Now, yay, I got some mines and didn't kill Bombardiers. So, we're going to win. People are getting darn good times against this base. The Doom Cannon underneath the Sky Shield, I really do enjoy watching it melt people's faces as their Bombardiers sneak out to the right, closer towards that Doom Cannon, but it feels like everyone's got critters at this point. I probably should consider going with critters, but I'm aiming for those yellow school buses just to drive them ahead of my Seekers, clearing all of the mines, and I feel like even with low level heavies, that's going to be good enough. And now, thankfully, with those 2 attacks, we've got enough to get into those yellow school buses right there. I called them yellow school buses in a random task force that I'm in, and no one knew what the heck I was talking about. So if you've never heard of the yellow school buses before, that is what those puppies are, because they kind of look like school buses. They drop all sorts of heavies off at school. Bullit only tick 4, but you know what? I'm kind of tempted to send the upgrades on him. The reason why you take Bullit to tick 4, in case you're curious, is you get max level taunt. Upgrading him a little bit more would give us an extra little bit of health, but really don't care about that health at the moment because he's not dying. So let's give... Actually, you know what? Probably should have tick 4 flares. Let's do that. We've got more tokens than we know what to do with. Need some keys, though. Really kind of tempted to go back and get smoke next just to make it extra silly, but the fact that we're going to be super gunboat energy short at this point, we've only got that 50%, so we're going to need to mix some yellow school buses in with those Seekers. 2, maybe 3, we'll have to experiment a little bit. The school buses in this instance are just for mine clearing. All they're going to do is provide a distraction, hopefully get out front of our troops and clear some mines, clear some defenses, all should be good. So, where do we want to send them? We're going to send them back for that right-hand side shock launcher. We're going to send Bullit as well, getting them rolling, getting all of our troops out, and then we can just sneak our Seekers in behind, getting all of them going to that right-hand side, getting them going counterclockwise is all we really care about at the moment. Bullit throwing some taunts out there. And then this person's base is perfect for an around the horn. So we're just going to send all of our Seekers around as our heavy choppas run around the outside. I said they were going to be clearing mines, but really all they're doing is providing a decent distraction. Not even a great distraction, just a decent distraction. I'm not really even paying any attention. We're going to get rid of that shock launcher. We're going to get up into there, and then we're going to send them somewhere back there, just trying to stay somewhat ahead of our Seekers, hoping to clear a couple mines, and then there's one more shock mine back there, so maybe we can send them back on into there. Bullit taunt is going to come active right about now, gonna clear that shock mine as well, and then our Seekers are gonna sneak on in underneath. Have we lost all that many Seekers? Not really. Just that 2, 4, 5, 8, 11 Seekers lost, I think. Pretty darn great. Lost 2 heavy choppas, but not super duper concerned with that. So there are lots and lots and lots and lots of ways to use Seekers this season. I know that people with 6 engine rooms are losing with 3 minutes and 5 seconds or worse. So not great for the defensive side because there's just so many Seeker tools, and people like Stoneheart sitting on the top 20, top 15, top 10 on the leaderboard using Seekers with buses, with Bullit. So many Seeker tools. Anyways, just wanted to throw that out there. That is all for me, though. Thank you for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Peace.